Hey, what is going on, guys? It's Carlos, and today I have the review of the iPhone 6. Yes, I've been using this device since launch day. I've taken it everywhere with me. I even smashed the crap out of the screen. So you know what? I think I'm actually qualified to make a review of this device. So let's go ahead and get started on it. Now, first thing starting off, the phone is really slim. It's super slim. The thing that really bugs me though is how fragile it feels in my hand. I literally feel like this phone is about to start bending on its own. Yeah, I know, what a horrible joke. But this is one phone I had to buy a case for in a couple of hours after purchasing it. I don't think I could go without a case on this phone. Now, getting back to the design, it has an elegant look to it. I think design wise, Apple nailed it here. It measures around 7.1mm in thickness with a 4.7 inch screen. It has an aluminum body that is almost reminiscent to the MacBook Pro, and the rounded edges that it has, it makes it really easy for you to wrap your hands around it. But because of this, it gets extremely slippery, so you might want to be a little bit careful when holding it. Another drawback of the iPhone 6 is that it has a protruding camera that sticks out a bit and rocks when you lay it flat on the table. But don't worry about scratching up the lens, it's rocking a sapphire display, so it will take quite a beating. Since the iPhone 6 is bigger than its predecessor, the power button now has a new location. It's located on the side of the phone. It's really convenient since the phone is much bigger and it's easier to press the button when you're done when you're holding the phone. On the left hand side, we have the mute switch and the volume rocker. Now, my mute switch feels a bit wiggly, so it moves around a bit. I don't know if it's just my model, but on my last iPhone 6 I didn't quite notice this issue, and it could vary from device to device. At the bottom, we have the lightning connection port and the headphone jack and a speaker. Now, this is something that I still don't understand about manufacturers. They love to put speakers on the bottom of their phone. It's really easy to cover up the speakers when you're consuming media, so it can easily be blocked when playing games or watching videos in landscape mode. Audio quality wise, the speaker is pretty loud. Highs and lows sound just fine. Nothing really spectacular, but I'm impressed how loud the speaker is. You hear this thing across the room ringing. So the iPhone 6 is sporting a 4.7 inch screen with a 326 ppi and a resolution of 1134 by 723. And let me tell you right off the bat, this is one gorgeous display. The colors really pop and are very vibrant on this IPS display. Viewing angles are extremely good, and even viewing it outside is such a pleasure. I don't have to squint my eyes just to see the display. Color reproduction is also good and it's not terribly oversaturated like Sammy displays. So now, I've always been on Android and I've been used to the performance on there, and using the iPhone 6 with iOS 8 is quite a different experience. It's smooth, and how everyone likes to say buttery smooth. I really love how iOS is optimized on the iPhone 6. Everything runs fast, considering it's running on a dual-core A8 CPU and a quad-core GPU with 1GB of RAM. Yup, 1GB of RAM. This is where software is really optimized to take advantage of this hardware. Multitasking on this is good. I don't think I experienced any lag besides the first day of using this phone, which was fixed with an update. Now, since the iPhone 6 was released with iOS 8 and me being stuck on Android for a while, I had to learn how to use the OS, but it was relatively easy. I can see why people prefer iOS over Android. It's just so simple to use and really easy to get things done on it. For example, the notification area is really beautiful with a translucent design. Or you can change it up a bit and add your own widgets, customize it to your liking. Then you have your toggles where you swipe up from the bottom to show them. They're really convenient. You could toggle on your Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, you can lower down the brightness, the sound, you can put your phone on night mode. Then from the lock screen, you can see all your notifications and just swipe to open that app. You can swipe to a message to the left and reply back to it. I mean, it's just really easy for you to use iOS. And now, since the iPhone 6 is a bit bigger than its predecessor, Apple introduced a feature called reachability, which pretty much lets you use the iPhone in one-handed mode by just double tapping to bring the screen real estate a bit more down, and then you reach the top with your finger. It's just these small little things that make iOS 8 really great. Now, battery life is one of those things that can vary from person to person, but in my time of using the iPhone 6, I was easily able to go through a day with it. But if I used it really hard, the battery life did take a toll and didn't last me that long. It would probably last me around 5 to 6 hours until it saw the charge again. It's not the best out there, but it's pretty doable. Now, this is probably the feature that stands out the most on the iPhone 6, its camera. It's an 8 megapixel shooter, but this thing packs a punch. The photos that it takes are really well, pretty much they're amazing. Taking a picture on the iPhone 6 produces a crisp, accurate colored image. This is just downright beautiful, it even gets the correct white balance. the camera still shocks me on how well it does. The camera also has optical image stabilization done via software, so you won't get blurry photos when your hands are shaking or you're trying to capture that moment really fast. And on the video side of things, the video that this iPhone 6 takes come out really clean and sharp. It's able to record at 30 frames per second and 60 frames per second at 1080p, so you could directly upload them to YouTube. There's also a time-lapse mode on it and a slow-mo feature which shoots at 240 frames per second, so you could get those extra slow motion shots that you're trying to get, whether you're skateboarding outside, you're recording sports, or if you want to capture just something in slow motion. So the iPhone 6 is an interesting device. Pretty much everyone recognizes this out in public. Now my biggest mistakes when getting this device was not purchasing Apple Care when I bought it. It's pretty much a must buy because of just how fragile this phone feels. I actually cracked my first iPhone 6 screen somehow. I still don't know how I did it, but it happened. Anyways, that's my only complaint from it, that you have to at least get some kind of insurance because this phone does feel fragile. Anyways, that's my only complaint from it. It did take me a while to get a feel for the OS because I never used it, but pretty much it's really easy once you get the hang of it. iOS is just a pleasure to use since it's really smooth and things just work without doing any tinkering on it. There's also a bigger iPhone 6 called the iPhone 6 Plus with a bigger battery, a bigger display, and optic image stabilization done via hardware, but I feel like this is a little too big for me. I know, that's what she said. The iPhone 6 is just a perfect size to use with its 4.7 inch screen. I think all 4.7 inch screen devices are really good to use in your hand because most phones are just becoming phablets nowadays. And this pretty much does it for me, guys. I hope you guys really enjoyed this review. Thank you for staying all the way to the end and watching this review. I've been trying to keep my reviews a little bit short. I don't want to overwhelm you with 20 minutes of video. Anyways, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure to smack that like button if you did, and leave a comment down below telling me what you guys think about this video, what you like and what you didn't. And if you're a new viewer, make sure you guys also subscribe. Anyways, you could check out my two latest videos here somewhere on the side. There's actually a vlog here, and I'll post my reviews somewhere around here. So yeah, that's pretty much does it for me. And if you guys want to follow me on Twitter, you guys can follow me at Mobile Carlos. And that's pretty much does it for this review. Anyways, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. See ya.